अस्सलाम वालेकुम क्लास। क्या हाल है आप सब लोगों का? सब खैरियत से हैं?
वालेकुम
आज
सलाम सर,
हमारा
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
जी जो टॉपिक है इट इज social media networking with the B2C market strategies. We are going to study different types of business to consumer models, and we'll see in every different situation we are going to choose a specific model for uh, our to connect with our customers, and the best possible model will be selected in a situation when we are trying to market a set of products. They could be products, they could be services, so it will vary from person to person and business to business. Now, focusing on market strategy, how do you plan to promote your products or services to attract your target audience? People might have different target audiences, just like Mobilink had has divided the market into 2000 different small segments which they focus on, and they are uh, uh, they identify each and every segment that uh, needs to be targeted, and then they plan accordingly. So how would you plan to promote your products or services to attract your target audience? Details how a company intends to enter market and attract customers. If you are attracting male customers, what is their age group? What is their income group? How are they geographically located? Whether they are an urban population or whether they are a rural population, right? Whether they're educated, semi-educated, like they've just done their metric or intermediate, or they are university students. So you need to go into detail and find out who your target market really is and what are their tastes, what is the fashion that they are following. Since you are at the internet, so you might be targeting different groups of people geographically located thousands of miles apart. The Arab culture is different from the Pakistani culture, Indian culture, right? And that is different from the North American culture, the African culture, and so on. So you need to study that when are their festivals, what are the types of clothes that they like, what are the type of cars and foods that they like, how do they enjoy, and all of these things. What are the colors that they like? Because color choices are restricted region wise. There might be some colors which are very, very popular in Pakistan, but they might not be so popular in other countries. Best business concept will fail if not properly marketed to potential customers. You just cannot go on marketing the same plan to 8 billion people on earth. Like more than 5 billion people are connected to the internet as we speak. Just because of the smartphone, a lot of people have connected to the internet, because in China, you can buy a smartphone for 2000 Pakistani rupees. And same is the case in India. So it has become very easy for people around the world to connect to the internet. 748 million people in China are connected to the internet. This is the largest internet penetration in the world. So we are also going to study country-wise penetration as we progress through the lecture. What types of organizational structure within the firm are necessary to carry out business plan? Every organizational structure has different needs and demands, and according to that, you have to decide that what type of organizational structure within the firm are necessary to carry out this business plan. If you made a very elaborate business plan and you only have 5 people on your workforce. So how are you going to implement that business plan with your organizational structure? If your organization is fragmented, like your people are remotely operating and they connect with your organization and they do the job that you have assigned to them, then you have to modify your business plan according to your organizational structure and how you are going to divide that work among your people. Describe how your firm will organize work. Now this is very important, that you have made a very nice plan, but when you go into the implementation stage, how will you organize your work and how will you divide the work accordingly to every member of your company? Because you have to make a specific, you have to specifically assign the work to Mr. A, B, and C. How many calls are they going to make? How many customers will they contact? And what is the offer that they are going to pitch to the customer? And whether you have given your salespeople any leverage or not. What is leverage? Like if a person is about to close a deal and he has to or she has to give something extra to the customer to close the deal. So there must be a cushion that that salesperson has to just to uh, pitch in something, maybe a gift or an offer or anything of that sort that he can give extra to the client to convince the client to close the deal, right? Typically divided into functional departments. So you have a customer service department, you have a supply chain department. Now the supply chain department would be focusing on all the confirmed orders and routing them through the courier companies to the customers. And then they will be in contact with the customers. They will be regularly sending emails to the customers, appraising them that how is their order progressing, whether their order has left the premises, whether it is en route, how soon are they going to receive their product, and so on, right? Whereas the customer service people, they would be busy contacting customers and contacting hot leads and converting them into uh, like into their customers and selling them the products and closing the deals. Then there'll be a person who would be assigned to all the activity that is being carried out by the chatbots and sales bots. The chatbots and sales bots are providing information to people, but there might be some information that is left out and that is not in the frequently asked questions. So this person is going to contact all those people who were answered by the chatbot and they wanted further information, right? This is how you are going to divide your functional departments. As company grows, hiring moves from generalists to specialists. When there's a startup that you've just started, so there'll be journalists, all the students would get together, they'll form a company and they'll start doing everything on their own. But as the company grows, then you need specialists. If your sales volume are increasing, the customer queries are increasing, you need a database for that. If your supply chain orders are increasing, then it is not easy for one person to handle that. And then you need a supply chain specialist to do that job or manage that department. Management team. What kind of background should the company's leader have? Whether the leaders should be educated, because if they are educated, they are skilled, they'll be able to take better decisions and they will be able to set a direction for the company for the next 5 years to come and then for the next 10 years and so on, right? A strong management team has many advantages, and what they can make the business model work, right? Getting a business model, you can get a business model from the internet, but how can you make it work? That needs experience and that needs skill, and the persons who are going to make that business model work should be specialists. How can a strong management team be credible? They can give credibility to outside investors that there are some very experienced people who are running this organization, and if we become their business partners or we buy from that organization, we are not going to come up with surprises, and we are not going to face all sorts of problems with this company, because they are professionals and they are specialists and they know their job, and whatever they are promising, they will deliver. They are not going to cheat us. So all these things that are related to credibility are connected with the success of your business. Then a strong management team has market specific knowledge. Every market behaves in a different way. The Far East market, which has Thailand, Philippines, and all of these countries, they have that market behaves differently as compared to the African market, and the Middle East market has a different like way of doing things, and their customer demands are different. So you need a market specialist for handling each market when your business is growing. Now at Alibaba, which is catering to the whole world, they have market specialists for every market. They don't have just one person who is handling the whole world, and he is, or they have just a few set of people. They have separate departments who are catering to different geographic regions, different cultures, and different mindsets, because customers have different mindset, and they have when they're deciding, they are making their purchase behavior is different, and their product selection is different, and their purchase frequency varies from one culture to another. Some people are buy a lot of things when their festivals are close. Like in take the example of Pakistan, that when our Eid al-Fitr is close to like we are approaching Eid al-Fitr, a lot of shopping goes on. But it is not the same at Eid al-Azha, because we are more focused towards buying the Qurbani animals, right? Then they have experience in implementing businesses. If you are hiring experienced people, they have experience in uh, implementing that business, and there will be few hiccups, there will be few problems when they implement the business, because they know what they're doing and they're experts on the implementation. You can go to www.worldatlas.com, and you will find out country-wise penetration of internet. Why is that important to us? Because all of our business models would be on the internet, and we are going to create our social media network and expand our social media network on the internet. So we should know that which country has how much internet penetration, and how many people are connected to the internet who we can contact one phase after another. We just cannot go on and contact 4 billion people right away, but we are going to make a plan in which we will have a phase 1, a phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. And that's how, or if the organization is big, then you are going to have departments who are catering to the Asian market, the Middle East market, the African market, and North American market, and so on. Groupon business model. What is the value of Groupon merchants? Like, people who come to buy from you, they are expecting benefits from your company, and they want quick service, they want a good product that you have promised, and you should not cheat them, right? What type of merchants benefit the most? People who benefit the most are the ones who are very candid with their customers. They do not make false promises, and they do not over promise. If you cannot deliver something before a week due to the supply chain issues, you should be very clear with your customer that this is something that I cannot do before 1 week. And if you have a lot of urgency, like I've told you the exact situation, because you cannot fool a customer. Okay, oh, gee, you just give me an order and we will deliver to you right away in 48 hours. Just because you will get the order, and then the customer would be very mad at you when you don't deliver according to your promise, and then he or she will want a refund from you. They will stop your payment. They will ask PayPal not to pay you, and then they are going to paste some nasty comments on Facebook and other social media platforms, on Twitter, Instagram, that this company is a cheat, and they make false promises just to get the business, and they don't deliver on their promises. What is the value of Groupon investors, and is Groupon overvalued? Groupon investors, like they know that the company, the merchants are going to do their job, and that they have promised, and that's why they will invest in a merchant to facilitate him to cater to his customers, and they will try and help him scale his business. How do you scale your business? You expand your For expanding your business, you need some support. Like if you're going to hire more people, obviously you are going to pay them, and currently you do not have the financial muscle to pay extra 5 people. So Groupon investors are they are going to invest in your business, and they will see it on a 6 months down the road thing. That if they will give you 6 months salaries for those extra 5 people, and then they would want results, right? If your business really expands, you bring in more business, and you are making it worth their while, they are going to keep on investing in your business and keep on expanding your business. That's what investors do. They help small startups to expand and to scale, and then they have shares in their companies. They sign a contract with you that we will have a share in your profit. Whatever you earn, you give us 40% of that. And initially, when you don't have money and you are struggling, we are going to finance you to get through that hard time. What obstacles does Groupon face? Different. You get to share obstacles of all the merchants who are facing different types of obstacles, and how they find out a solution to solve those problems. So it is like when it's like a community where you're sharing your problems, and others are coming up with their own problems and solutions as well. So every business learns from the mistakes of others and how to solve problems. So you get a lot of practical ideas how to get around different problems, and how to solve different problems, how to come up with quick solutions to the customer's needs and wants. And as soon as you satisfy a customer, that customer is surely going to bring you 10 more customers. Does Google offers present a threat to Groupon's business model? Now, we are operating in the same market, and they are different players in the market. All the business people who are in the same business as you are considered competitors. So there's a positive side that you can view it, and then if you're there's threshold throat cutting competition between different rivals, then there are different strategies that you are following. So there's a red ocean strategy, and then there's a blue ocean strategy. In the blue ocean strategy, what you do is that you try and differentiate from your competitors. You try and give better services, better quick delivery, good quality products to your customers, right? and you contact your suppliers and try and give bundle offers which no other company is giving. So you differentiate your business from your competitors rather than entering into a red ocean strategy. Red ocean strategy, you are clearly competing on price, and when you are just competing on price, then it is going to be a cutthroat competition, and people might be selling all sorts of low quality products with lower prices and fooling customers. So you can tell your customers that we are not fooling you, we're giving you quality products, and for to buy a quality product, to buy a branded product, you need to pay a price, but it covers you from all the risks. You don't face a financial risk, a social risk, a time risk, right? And a psychological risk, like if that product does not turn out to be good, so all of your money is wasted. But that will not happen when you are buying a branded product. What you are doing is that you are buying a good quality product. It is going to last you for a good time, and it is going to give you your money's worth. Socially, it will be acceptable. It will be the latest technology, right? It will have the latest fashion. So you will not be laughed at in the community by wearing such clothes which are obsolete, and you might have purchased them at a very low price. But if they're out of fashion, then your money is wasted. And if you still going to wear that, then you're going to make a laughing stock out of yourself. Search plus integrated packages of content and services. So when you are developing a B2C business model, you have to form a integrated package of content and services. What is the content that you're going to provide your customers? Now, content can be text, content can be videos, content can be audios, or content can be just pictures. So if you are integrating different media, social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and you are sending the same message across, so what you are giving is that what you're trying to do is that you are integrating all of these social media platforms and all the other sites that are relevant to your business, and you are promoting your messages there, and you're uploading videos which are integrated, which are giving the same message to the consumer, so that the consumer is not confused. If you are sending different messages, then they will be confused, right? And the services that you are providing to one region might not be less than what you're providing to another region. They can be one or more extra services that you're providing to your premium clients, or the clients who have become your loyalty members and you have given them a special platinum status, right? But there should be a set of basic services that you will provide to every customer, whether big or small. Then you are going to design different revenue models for different target markets. Advertising, referral fees, transaction fees, and subscriptions. Now, these are the different revenue streams where you are going to earn. You're going to earn from advertising, you're going to earn from referral fees, right? And transaction fees and subscriptions. Variations, horizontal, oblique, journal. Like if there can be different ways that you plan your model. It can be horizontal and it can be general. When you are mass marketing a product, it is a very simple product like a white t-shirt and a blue jeans, right? So you will be catering that product to a huge market. But then for specific products that are catered to specific markets and specific customers, specific age groups, and people who can afford those products, So there will be specific income groups that you are targeting. When Mobilink or Telenor sends a message of expensive luxury products, they don't sell it to all the 45 million SIMs or 45 million customers that they have. First, they see that who are the customers who are paying, who spending more than 2,000 rupees a month on their calls, and who visits different sites of luxury products, and they purchase from them. They have to do some hard work first, and then they uh, design a business model for those customers. Because if they are going to pitch irrelevant products to them, there'll be no relevance to those products, will have no relevance to those customers, and the customers will feel bored and they will stop taking interest in your site. Vertical versus specialized hotel models. And then your search should be very deep into the target market that you are specifically focusing. That's why you need specialized people who are experts on handling that particular market. Online version of traditional retailers. Like now, if you have going to create a B2C model of e-retailers. E-retailers are people who are traders, who are buying products from all sorts of suppliers and they're selling to customers. So what is going to be the online version of a traditional retailer? Traditional retailer is a dukandar that you go to and you shop from there. So whether big or small, now what type of model are you going to follow on the internet? How many products are you going to have in your inventory? What are the different product categories that you will include in your e-retail model? Are you going to do to sell furniture, clothing, cars, toys, perfumes, groceries, meat products, fruits and vegetables, each and everything on the planet? Or are you going to limit yourself to specific product categories, and then you're going to become a specialist in catering to the customers who buy those specific products? Like if you are an expert in cosmetics and all the products that women buy, women clothing, and their other products that they're interested in, like perfumes and stuff. So you are going to focus your site, and you are going to divide your e-retailing site into different areas. That this is the area, this is the men's area, where you will have all the men related shaving products and their clothing and whatever they are buying, their suits and the casual clothing and everything. Then in the women area, you will have cosmetics and perfumes and all of the things that they require. Then the child's area, you will have clothing, toys, and video games, and all of the things, different types of smartphones that they're interested in, and the apps that they might be, or the movies that they would like to watch. So you will segregate your e-retailer site into different areas so that it is easy for the customer to find out a product that suits their needs. Now, revenue model sales and their variations. Virtual merchants. You will have virtual merchants who will not be able to hold the product, try it on. There will not be changing rooms there. So you have to provide uh, a computer option for to those people, that there should be a mannequin there, which and they can feed in their the shoulder size and their height and all the details, and that mannequin would represent this merchant, this customer. So your virtual merchant is assisting you to try on your clothes before you purchase them. And you can click on that shirt and then on the mannequin, and make the mannequin wear all the clothes and shoes that you have selected. The shoe size, the foot size, are going to enter in that site. And when you are going to try on those shoes and the clothes, you will find out that how would you look wearing these clothes. And if you are satisfied, then you are going to finally make the payment and close the deal. Bricks and clicks, like there's a difference between brick and mortar stores, because when you go there you can feel the stuff, you can try on the stuff, and the colors that you see on the screen might be slightly different from the colors that you actually receive, right? Because they are photographs of clothes that have been taken in a very high lit environment. So if when you actually receive those clothes, the color that you had imagined, that you had seen in the picture, might not be the color that you receive. There are some variations, right? So that's why they try and take the product pictures. You should try and take product pictures in natural light, and you should tell your customers that we've taken this product in product picture in natural light. And whenever you are going to compare this, when you receive this product, you should take it out in natural light and see that it will be the same color that we promised to you. If you have very dim light in the room that you are opening the package, you might see a darker color or a different color, right? And that might annoy you that this is not what I selected, right? Catalog merchants. Catalog merchants are people who will go through a catalog, selecting products, and then they are going to place orders. And merchant, if you are approaching the manufacturer directly, like Dell sells its computers to the students directly. So Dell is directly in contact with the customers, and whatever they are promising, whatever the customer chooses for himself, they can customize their laptops. They can choose the amount of RAM that they want, the hard disk that they would like, the size of the screen, and all the other details, the type of graphic card they would like to include. And at the end of the day, they will get a price that they need to pay. If the student does not have so much money that he or she can pay, then they can make adjustments, and maybe they can get a different graphic card, or they can reduce the storage space or on hard disk, or reduce the size of the screen from 17-inch to 14-inch, something of that sort, to bring the price in within their budget. Low barriers to entry. Why are there low barriers to entry? Anybody can host a website for 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees, right? And they can become your competitor. They can get the products from the market. If they are not directly contacting suppliers, they might contact some huge wholesaler and get. They might be buying products from a wholesaler who has a variety of products at special prices. And this gentleman who has just spent 3,000 rupees to host a website, and he is now trading in those products, and he has become your competitor. So there are low barriers to entry. You don't need a huge investment to enter the market and to sell those products. And you don't need to carry an inventory, because you are good, you have good relations with that wholesaler. That wholesaler already has a huge inventory, and they have got special prices from their suppliers, and they're willing to offer you those prices, and you would be there e-wing, or you would be selling their products through the internet, because wholesalers are in the business of selling products in bulk. They don't sell units, right? So you are somebody who is buying from them, and you are selling units to individual customers, and they are getting some money on daily basis, because they sell you those products on special prices but on cash. So as soon as you get confirmed orders, you pay cash to the wholesaler, have the product pick up from there, and your courier will deliver it to your customers. Digital content on the web. If you are going to design a B2C model, which is a content provider, they are just providing content to the customers, right? Like your Netflix. Not Netflix is providing movies to customers, so they are providing content, right? Digital content on the web, news, music, videos, all of these are content. So if you are providing them hot breaking news, you have contact with the 10 most popular news uh, uh, news agencies who would give you the first breaking news spot on, and then you can share it with your clients. What is the benefit that why your clients are not visiting all those service providers and you? Because when they come to your platform, or when they come to your website, they find news there, music, videos, so they find a variety of content that they're looking for, and that's why they come to your site, and they don't go to individual news sites searching for information. So because whenever there's going to be a new news or a breaking news or an alert, you would send that alert message to your customers, and they'll be very happy that this site keeps us updated and they provide us the latest music and the latest movies, videos, and the latest news. Then what are the revenue models that you are going to follow as a content provider? Subscription, pay per download. Either you can subscribe to their website, and if you subscribe, then you have access to all the content that is available on that website, right? And you are a regular you pay regular subscriptions, monthly or half yearly or yearly. That there are three different packages. Whatever suits you best, you select that package. So there's a revenue stream for that site through subscriptions. Then pay per download. Some people do not want to pay a subscription fee. If they like a movie, they will just download that movie and pay you $5 for it or whatever your fee is, right? They will not pay you $100 upfront subscription fee. Then there are micropayments. Micropayments are that if as you are paying per download or you're requesting money per download from your customers, if there are people who are posting content on your website and you have monetized that if people view that content and if they like that content or if they download it, there's a certain amount of money that I am going to pay you as well, right? So if you're charging $5 for a download from a customer, you're going to pay $2 to the original person who made that funny content or informative content or educational content and anything of that sort, right? Advertising. When firms advertise at your website, they see that there's a lot of traffic on your website and you are keeping your customers happy and they keep coming back to your site. So the consumer product firms would advertise on your site, and you will charge them for the number of views that your customers had on their ad, and you will also make an arrangement with them that if you receive confirmed orders through our site, then there will be a commission that you will pay our site, right? Then, so this is another way of earning. Affiliate referral fees. I've already explained that in the last lecture that you received affiliate referral fees from different business partners, right? Then variations, content owners, syndication, and web aggregators. So content owners need to be paid, and you are making money by sharing that content with your customers. You are generating more traffic on your website that is bringing you more advertisements. Then syndications and web aggregators also help you uh, enhance your revenue streams, and they make you earn more, and your company flourishes and becomes successful. B2C cloud music services. When you are in a specific business of sharing music and selling music, and you somebody requests you for a very old song, and you search out that song for that person, and then you provide it to him because he doesn't have time to go and search the web for that song. So you are going to make sure that you will charge a small fee, and you will search out that song and you will provide it to your customer, because customers visiting your cloud music services are interested in specific music that they like. And once you know their taste, that whether they're interested in country music or hard rock or jazz or other sorts of hip hop music, so you are going to keep on pitching them with the new content that you receive. Have you purchased music online or subscribed to a music service? Ask yourself. If you have, go and visit some of the sites that are selling music and learn from their experiences. Learn from them what are the offers that they're giving their customers, what are the facilities that they're offering their customers, right? What was your experience? How did you feel? Because when you are visiting other music sites, you are a customer, right? How soon is your demand met? How easy it is for you to find out the music that you are looking for, and what are the charges that that company is charging you? What are the extra facilities that they are giving you? Like if they say that if you buy 5 songs from us, we'll give you a special price and it'll be a bundle offer, and we are going to charge you this. But if you just download 1 song, then we are going to charge you a higher price, right? What revenue models could cloud music services use? Now, again, this is a question and you need to think, because we have studied so many different revenue models, whether you want to follow a subscription model, an affiliate model, right? Or you will just go on typical download payments, or you are going to monetize the songs uploaded by different. There are new groups keep coming on, keep coming up, and if you post their music on your website, then there's something different that the customer will find whenever they visit your site. Sometimes the people the groups who get together to create new music, that is very amazing at times, and people are looking for things that are different, and they want to listen to something different, so they would pay you for it, and you can pay uh, the owners of that music who have uploaded on your site. And again, you can ask them for a favor that you have to refer 100 of your friends to our website, right? So that the traffic on our website increases. So this is what social media networking is all about. That as soon as you keep on contacting more and more people, every person is in contact with 200 to 400 people, which is their friend circle. And if you make them happy, you facilitate them, they are going to help you increase traffic on your website, right? And that's how your social media network keeps on expanding, and there are lots of benefits that your site would receive with the increased amount of traffic on your website. If your site increases, the traffic increases, goes above 1 million, and the more and more people are coming to your website, So the advertising companies would be interested in selling ads to you. Other consumer products companies would paste their products. So because they want to get awareness, if they've come up with something new, or they've come up with an offer, they would like more and more people to know, and they might even give you a package that if we secure 1000 confirmed orders from these 1 million customers who are visiting your site, we are going to give you this amount, right? And since you know your customers better than that company, you are going to specifically send personalized, customized messages to your customers who would be interested in that product. And you're going to tell them that this is a very special offer that we have come up with because we've contacted the suppliers, and we've not posted it on our website. Since you are very special to us, we are sending a personalized order, this uh, offer to you, and after 3 days, then it will be like for everybody. So you can go and select the best prints that you like, and you will get those prints for 50% off in the size that you require. But when they are going to post this on their own website and on all the other social media platforms, then the whole city will jump in, and they're going to purchase from their site, and you might not get the exact size for the print that you selected for a lawn or for any clothing. You There was a jacket that you really liked, but when you asked them for a small size, or the size that would fit you, they said that, sorry, we are out of stock on small and medium, right? Because it is a 50% offer, and everybody just jumps in, and small and medium are the hottest selling sizes. Large and extra large, only few people buy them who have a bigger body structure. Do cloud music services provide a clear advantage over download and subscription services? There are some services who just provide download services and subscription services. Like you just subscribe to them, and then you can download 100 music songs from this website, something of that. They give you a limit. So, do you have anything that an advantage that differentiates you from the run-of-the-mill businesses who are in this business of selling subscriptions and selling music on download basis? If you incorporate games in your business or website, because you know that the youngsters who listen to music, they're also interested in games, right? And if the fee for playing a game, if they go as an individual and they want to play a game online, it is charging them a lot of money. But since you contact them as a company, you would say that if our members are remember, we studied that group offers, that if our members are going to play that game, they will be charged only $2. Whereas if you go as an individual dollar and you try and register with that game, online game, you have to pay $5. So this is like another advantage that people would say, okay, we will be buying music from this side, plus we are getting advantages in playing online games, and we have to pay less when we are members of this music group, right? Of the cloud services from Google, Amazon, Apple, which would you prefer to use and why? Now, some people prefer Apple services, and then some people go for Google services. Why? Because uh, it is a personal choice, right? And choices, that's how humans are different. Humans make different choices in different situations, and it is according to their purchase behavior, their attitudes, and the way they think and what they like. So you need to closely study your target market, and only then you would be able to attract and those customers and expand your customer base. Then we come to the B2C customer model. This is a model for market creator, people who create new markets. Like when Walls came to Pakistan, the market of ice cream eaters was only 16 ton. Only 16-ton ice cream was produced by Polka, Igloo, Yummy, Rocco, Hiko, and some other brands. So it was a very small target market. Only 16-ton ice cream was produced by all of these companies, and it was sold in Pakistan. But when because the limitation was that every shop did not have freezers, right? And they could only sell to big stores who already had freezers and who could keep their ice cream. So when Walls came to Pakistan, they expanded the market size to 55 tons because they studied that there was a product called kulfi, which was a dessert that was sold on small wooden carts in the different neighborhoods, right? And everybody liked kulfis. It is a dairy frozen dessert that people all over Pakistan like, whether they're in urban areas or rural areas. So first of all, Walls made an infrastructure, and they gave freezers to thousands of new shops, and then which facilitated them to keep their ice cream and sell their ice cream to the customers. And then with coming up with this idea of kulfi, they targeted that customer market who would buy a kulfi for 5 rupees or 10 rupees, right? And they also made that person a Walls customer. They were already buying kulfi, but from other people, right? But now Walls made them their own customer, and that's how they created a new market in Pakistan from ice cream meters, and they expanded the size of the market from 16 ton to 55 tons. So when you're on the internet, you create digital environment where buyers and sellers can meet and transact, because you are a market creator now, right? Your business model is that you create new markets, you expand existing markets, right? And so you create a digital environment where buyers and sellers can meet and transact. Examples are Priceline, eBay, right? And revenue models and transaction fees are decided accordingly when you are implementing those models, because there your customers are buyers and sellers, right? You just make them meet there, and you charge a small transaction fee from the seller. You're not charging anything from the buyer, right? Because you're facilitating the seller and you are increasing his sales. You are facilitating, you are expanding his market. You are a market creator. He was not popular in the African market. People in Africa did not buy his products, but you facilitated him to sell his products. And then you had different supply chain companies that you knew in Africa, and you made it possible for this company sitting in China to sell products to African consumers. And all the communication gap that you had developed your website in the local native African languages, and you had customer service person who would speak those African native languages, and you would convince those customers, you would explain their queries, you would answer all the questions that they have, and then you would help them close the deal. And whereas the Chinese company did not have all those resources, but you did, and you facilitated that company to sell their products in a new market, and that's how their sales expanded, and they created you helped them in new business development at a very low cost, because if that company had gone to Africa themselves to develop a new market, they would have spent millions of dollars. But since you had that infrastructure already, you shared your digital infrastructure with that company for a small fee and help facilitate that market. As you are going to make those customers satisfied by providing them good quality products at an affordable price, then those customers will keep on visiting your website, and they will keep looking for other options. That okay, now we've bought clothes for a good price, now we want shoes, now we want bags for our school going children, now we want other household products, crockery products, kitchen utility products. So you will keep on facilitating them. Just like we bought an Italian kitchenware at a very economical price from Daraz, right? So we could not, and when the product arrived, it was made in Italy, and it was good kitchenware and at a very economical price, right? And it was delivered to our home on cash on delivery basis. So we paid Pakistani rupees and we received the product. Online services, Google Maps, Gmail. When you become a service provider, now you can also create a business model where you can become a service provider. And this is what Google is doing, Google Maps and Gmail is doing. Whenever you click on the Google map, it will tell you the route to your destination, where you're going, and then it will also guide you that which is the best road that you should take, which has less congestion, and which will take you lesser time, so you will burn less fuel and you will get there quicker. And so they are providing you a service online. You are a service provider, and what do they get in return? They make you their customer, and then they can get advertisements from different advertisers and show you those ads, right? Value proposition: valuable, convenient, time saving, low cost alternatives to traditional service providers. You have to provide valuable, convenient, time-saving, low-cost alternatives, and you have to differentiate yourself from the traditional service providers, right? And then your system should remember that if this person keeps on visiting universities, that means he's a student who wants to take admission. Like, this is admission season, and this is the month of like July or August, when students are finding out different universities which they should join. So you will pick up that link, and you can sell all those hot leads to universities, that here we have 500 confirmed students who are looking for business schools. We help them find different business schools. So your customer service people can contact them and invite them to your university, and make them take admission after they take the admission test and they fulfill all your requirements. Revenue models: sales of services, subscription fees again, and then again advertising and sales of marketing
सर
data.
हमारी दूसरी क्लास का टाइम हो
जी
गया।
बेटा, दूसरी क्लास का टाइम हो गया?
हमारी दूसरी क्लास का टाइम हो गया।
अच्छा, ठीक है। Then we will continue this for in the next session. Okay. Right. Allah Hafiz.